Season 2, Episode 6. The Bigger Picture. In Lagos, Nigeria, David sprinted through the narrow streets, his bag slung over his shoulder and his phone clutched tightly in his hand. The sound of sirens in the distance grew fainter, but he knew better than to feel safe. The authorities thought he was the mastermind behind the entire scam network. If only they knew the truth. His phone buzzed and his stomach churned when he saw the sender. A single message appeared. "You failed me. You're on your own now." David froze, his breath catching. He knew exactly who had sent it. The real puppet master behind the operation. Someone more dangerous than the police. Emma sat at her kitchen table, her laptop open in front of her. Mark's face appeared on the screen during their video call. "It's over, Emma," Mark said, a relieved smile on his face. "David's network is destroyed, and he's on the run. They'll catch him soon. You can finally breathe." Emma shook her head, her expression tight. "It doesn't feel over, Mark. I've been getting these messages. I don't know, it just feels like something bigger is happening." Mark frowned. "Emma, you've done more than anyone could have expected. The authorities have it from here." Emma opened her mouth to respond, but her phone buzzed. She glanced at the screen. An unknown number. Hesitantly, she answered. "Emma, I don't have much time, so listen carefully." "Who are you?" Emma asked, her voice sharp with suspicion. "I'm someone who's been tracking this operation for years," Amara replied. "And I'm telling you now, David isn't who you think he is. The real mastermind is still out there, and he's not happy with the mess David made." Emma's eyes narrowed. "If you know so much, why haven't you stopped him?" "I work alone," Amara said bluntly, "but you've stirred up something bigger than you realize. The authorities think David is the big fish, but he's not. He's just the tech guy, the one behind the deepfakes, the fake IDs, the digital trail. The real man behind this? He's untouchable." Mark, still on the video call, interjected. "If you know who it is, why not tell the authorities?" Amara shot him a cold look. "This isn't your fight, Mark. And if you think it's over, you're more naive than I thought. I'm here to warn Emma because she's the one they'll come after next." Emma felt a chill run down her spine. "Why me?" "Because you exposed David, and that exposure threatens the entire operation. Be ready, Emma. You're not safe yet." Before Emma could respond, Amara ended the call. In Nigeria, David sat in the corner of a rundown motel, sweat dripping down his face as he scrolled through news articles. Emma's face was everywhere, her testimony celebrated as the key to dismantling his network. He let out a bitter laugh. "They think I'm the kingpin," he muttered to himself, throwing the phone onto the bed. "If only they knew." He leaned back, staring at the ceiling as his phone buzzed again. Another message from the real mastermind. "Run all you want. You'll never be safe." David clenched his fists. Between the police and the man who had built the empire, he was a man with no options and nowhere to hide. At Emma's apartment, Amara's warning replayed in Emma's mind as she stared at the blank screen of her laptop. Mark's voice broke her thoughts. "We need to figure out who this real mastermind is, Emma. If Amara knows something, we can't just let her walk away." Emma shook her head, her voice steady but uncertain. "She's not going to help us, Mark. She made that clear, and if she's right, this is far from over." Mark sighed. "We'll dig into it. Maybe we'll find a way to track her movements." Before Emma could respond, her phone buzzed with another anonymous message. "Keep digging, and you'll regret it." Emma's chest tightened. "We have no idea what we're up against," she said softly. Meanwhile, Amara, sitting in a dimly lit room. She typed rapidly on her computer, multiple profiles and encrypted files open on her screen. She leaned back, studying an image of Ethan among a series of faces linked to the scam operation. "This is just one piece of the puzzle," she muttered to herself. "I have other leads to follow, and I can't afford distractions." As Emma processes Amara's cryptic warning, we shift to Ethan, a conflicted scammer whose secrets are about to unravel. How does Ethan's story tie into the larger web, and who is the mastermind pulling the strings? The answers lie just beneath the surface.